In 1892, the Norfolk and Western Railroad needed a railway between Lenoir and Wayne, West Virginia. This railway required the railroad to build a tunnel through the mountainous area, and so they constructed the Dingess Tunnel. The construction was an impressive feat of engineering for its time. The project was over 4/5 of a mile long upon its completion. The railroads brought in Chinese and African American immigrants to construct the tunnel. The workers, along with impoverished families of all backgrounds, flocked to the 12-pole creek line for the opportunities the construction provided. The town of 12-Pole became a busy place at this time, with goods transported to the area by rail and dispersed to other cities by the wagon load. Prosperity had come to the region thanks to the tunnel, but unfortunately, the locals in the area did not take kindly to the influx of foreign people. This lack of tolerance resulted in a history of abuse and murder. According to the stories, roving bands of angry locals would wait at the entrance and exit to the tunnel with guns, and they would pick off anyone that fit their target description. While there are no official records, there are estimations of hundreds of victims killed by ambush in this manner. Sometimes the tales of our tunnel turn even darker. There are stories of masked men that would stop the trains and take passengers off in the middle of the night and murder them. It was an act of genocide against anyone that did not fit the profile of a local inhabitant. The crimes against outsiders continued through the first half of the 20th century, leaving behind it a bloody history of innocent victims. Our tunnel also experienced its share of working tragedy. In 1898, a fatal train wreck in the tunnel killed 7 people. 7 years later, in 1905, bad luck struck again. A head-on collision between a fully loaded freight train and a work train echoed through the tunnel. The event rippled through the community, leaving 3 people dead in its wake. Almost as if the area proved once again to be untamable, the youths of the town took to mischief. They would spend Halloween night building bonfires in the middle of the tunnel, with the smoke pouring out. The town itself was virtually blocked off from outside assistance. Our tunnel served to keep the residents locked in for the night. From there, the nightmare continued. There would be rocks thrown through windows, buildings and vehicles set on fire, and other acts of damaging mischief. The dirty deeds would carry on throughout the night, but by the following day, things returned to normal. It was like a real-life purge movie. In recent years, this activity has for the most part gone away, but many of the locals still tell stories of those horrific nights. The haunted history of our southern West Virginia tunnel helped to give the place an unflattering title, namely Bloody Mingo. Bloody Mingo.